Welcome to LatinPerDiem, Viewer's Choice, Jonathan B. of Grand Rapids, Michigan. This selection is from J. A. Turretin of Geneva and his commentary on Thessalonians, published in 1739. Sed est locus primus ad Corinthos, quindicum versiculo vicesimo et quarto et sequentia, predicit apostolus resurrectionem fidelium, unus quisque in suo ordine inquit primitia Christus, dende ii qui sunt Christi, qui in adventu eius crediderunt, dende finis, etc. Igitur ibi, doceri videtur regnum Christi finem habiturum, nam post abolitam mortem, quae est ultimus inimicus dicitur regnum traditurus ei, qui subiecit sibi omnia, et sic subiectus futurus patri. You'll have to consult the previous episode to get a little bit of the context. Turretin says, but there is a passage, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 24, et sec, and following. This is from sequentia, the neuter plural participle in the nominative, functioning as a substantive. The apostle, meaning Paul, the apostle preaches or predicts the resurrection of the faithful, masculine plural genitive here. And now we have a quotation, unus quisque, this is italicized in the original, each person in his own time, his own order or rank. He says, the first fruits are Christ. Now let's look at this a minute. Primitii here is feminine, plural, and nominative, and there is a verb implicit, no doubt sunt, but Christus is masculine, singular, and nominative. Now, what is predicated of primitii? Christus is predicated of primitii, and this is a good example of how subject and predicate must only agree, are only required to agree in case. They differ in gender. Primitii is feminine, Christus is masculine. They differ in number. Primitii is plural, Christus is singular, and yet one is predicated of the other. Then those who are of Christ, who are at his coming, or who have believed at the time of his coming, then there is the end. So here ii is the subject, and then we have a relative clause, qui sunt Christi, those who are of Christ, Christi in the genitive, of course, namely those who at his coming have believed, then the end, and of course implicit here is a verb, no doubt erit. Then there will be the end, etc. And that's the end of the quotation. Therefore, he says, there, meaning in that passage, remember back here, it seems that it is taught. Now, what is the subject of this infinitive doceri? It turns out the subject of doceri, this passive infinitive, second conjugation, is this clause, regnum Christi finem habiturum, not uncommon at all for entire clauses to be the subjects and the objects of verbs. With habiturum we have to have esse. That's implicit. This is a future active infinitive, habiturum esse. It seems that it is taught in that passage, ibi, that the reign of Christ, regnum Christi, the kingdom of Christ, shall have an end, finem habiturum. For, after the abolishment of death, which is the last enemy, notice death, feminine, quae, its pronoun feminine, but inimicus, predicated of quae, masculine, it is said that he will hand over, traditurus, the kingdom, object of traditurus, the active participle, to the one who has subjected all things to himself. That one who has subjected is the Father, and thus he will be subjected to the Father in the dative.